Let me show you something. Sip Ace, that super bass got boom, boom. Got me dead live, I'm Kurt Cobain, boom, boom. Sip Ace, that super bass got boom, boom. Got me dead live, I'm Kurt Cobain, boom, boom. Sip Ace, that Sip Ace, that super bass got boom, boom. Got me dead live, I'm Kurt Cobain, boom, boom. Sip Ace, that super bass got boom, boom. Got me dead live, I'm Kurt Cobain, boom, boom. Sip Ace, that
after a bit of a disappointing finish for the men's season earlier today, the Tufts women's basketball team is going to look to right the wrongs here in our second matchup of this doubleheader here at Cousins Gymnasium, as they will be taking on the Wesleyan Cardinals in our second NESCAC quarterfinal matchup of the day. Welcome everybody to another broadcast brought to you by JumboCast. I'm Andrew Howe, joined alongside Sam Brill for this call, and what is sure to be an exciting game between two very explosive teams.
Yeah, Andrew, and these two teams have met once already this season. Of course, the Jumbos taking down the Cardinals on the road, but now it's the NESCAC playoffs. It's a one-game playoff. Anything can happen, and now that there's a little bit of familiarity between both of these teams, we're sure to see a little bit more intensity.
Yeah, of course, this matchup is the 2 seed going against the 7 seed in this NESCAC quarterfinal matchup. But if you take a look at the numbers that both of these teams have put up throughout the year, seeing some similarities in terms of the stats that they're able to get on the board.
Yeah, that's right, Andrew, and both of these teams have played incredibly hard this whole season. The Jumbos averaging just under 71 points a game, while the Cardinals averaging just under 67 points a game. But rebound numbers are one of the things that might surprise you here. Wesleyan out-rebounding the Jumbos, 42.7 boards per game to 41.6. So the Jumbos' three-headed attack with Rosa, Russell, and of course Angela Alibrandi are going to have to work a little bit harder today. One thing that also stands out to me is those efficiency numbers. The Jumbos have shot the ball much better, both from the field and from three-point land. So it's going to be interesting to see who gets hot today.
Yeah, and I think that getting those shooting numbers up for Wesleyan is going to be crucial for them to try and pull off the upset in Cousins Gymnasium. This is a team that has a lot of scores if they're able to get hot. But the question is if they're able to get to that certain margin. As we take a look at some of the keys to the game here, Sam, there's a lot of different things that we have to take a look at as we get ready to get underway here.
Yeah, that's right, Andrew. The first time these two teams played, the Jumbos outscored the Cardinals on the fast break 18-5. So controlling the pace is going to be extremely key here in this one. And the Jumbos are going to use their guards to dictate the pace. Of course, they have Molly Ryan and Callie O'Brien, who have been excellent. But going up against Kaylee Ryan, one of the larger guards for Wesleyan, they're going to be sure to control the pace there as well. Next, we have Crash the Board. So as we said before, Wesleyan's one of the few teams that out-rebounds the Jumbos day in and day out on average. So crashing the boards is going to be incredibly important. Again, we talked about that three-headed monster for the Jumbos, but the Cardinals equally capable as well. Tori DaCosta having a big game against Hamilton on Friday night. So we're going to have to see how she plays into it. Next, we have outshoot opponents, and we talked about those efficiency numbers, Andrew, but it's going to be incredibly important to see which team gets hot here. Again, NESCAC playoffs, anything can happen. And, of course, the last one, don't overthink it. Play your game. The Jumbos have been incredible all season long, and nothing should change even though it is the NESCAC tournament. Of course, the adrenaline will be running high. The intensity will be there, but play your game, keep moving the ball, and treat this like any other game because jitters are going to hurt you.
Yeah, absolutely. And this is a Jumbo team with very high expectations coming to NESCAC quarterfinals. This is a team that is ranked around the top 5 in terms of the teams in the nation and is certainly poised to earn a berth in terms of the NESCAC NCAA tournament, potentially at one of those top seeds if they're able to keep the momentum going. It starts right here with this matchup against Wesleyan. But, of course, as we saw with the men, the 2 versus 7 matchup can be a bit more volatile than one might imagine. And with this Wesleyan team, a lot of explosive options for them. If they're able to get on the board quickly, could spell a bit of trouble for the Jumbos.
Yeah, that's right, Andrew. And the Jumbos are going into this game pretty comfortably. They don't have much to lose considering that they were already named into the NCAA's top 16. So the Jumbos have a pretty good chance of getting an NCAA tournament berth regardless of what happens here during the NESCAC tournament. But Wesleyan certainly has that chip on their shoulder, and they're looking to fight their way into that tournament any way that they can.
We're about to get underway here in the NESCAC quarterfinals. We're going to take a quick break as we get into the action here as we prepare for the national anthem and for the lineups to be announced.
Yeah, Andrew, and before we get into this pregame ceremony, just a quick shout-out to Molly Ryan, who earned an academic all-district earlier this week, and it looks like this little pregame ceremony is going to be for those seniors and graduate students who have been in this program for so long.
Let's take a listen in. Yeah.
Please join us in recognizing them at center court with their fans.
As the starting lineups get announced here for both of the teams who are eager to get their hands into the action of the NESCAC quarterfinal play. For the starters for Wesleyan, it will be Guifrey, Petruzzi, Clark, Ryan, and DaCosta. On the other side for the Tufts Jumbos, what we typically see out of their lineup in O'Brien, Ryan, Poindexter, McCann, Russell, and Sophia Rosa. But Sam, if we want to focus on one matchup here, it's going to have to be down low. For our key matchup of the game, it's going to be, of course, Kaylee Ryan versus Maggie Russell.
Yeah, number 22 for Wesleyan. That's Kaylee Ryan from New York City, the senior. She's done it all year long, 15 points, almost 10 rebounds, and 3.8 assists, standing tall at 5'11". She's had an incredible season leading these Wesleyan Cardinals, who, again, have that chip on their shoulder. This is a 7 seed who already got beat by this team, but now you're in that NESCAC tournament. Anything can happen. And on the other side, you've got Maggie Russell, the sophomore from Morristown, New Jersey, scoring 15.6 points per game this season, 12.1 rebounds, 2.3 assists, standing tall at 6'1". So we've seen Maggie Russell's ability to dominate the game, especially driving straight at her defenders. So it's going to be interesting to see how this matchup plays out. If you're Wesleyan, stopping Maggie Russell has to be a point of emphasis. And if you're the Jumbos, stopping Kaylee Ryan is going to be a point of emphasis as well. So it's going to be really cool to watch these two go toe-to-toe with each other.
Yeah, and both of these players play a very similar role for their teams. Of course, Ryan, listed as a guard, but at 5'11", is able to provide a lot of impact on the interior end of the court. And on the other side, Maggie Russell, another player who, while listed as a forward, is able to contribute from the outside as well, shooting at a very solid 36% from beyond the arc. So a threat from all angles are both of these two players, and it'll be interesting to see how the matchup goes as we get into this game.
Yeah, that's right, Andrew. Now both teams getting set now for the opening tip. Cousins Gymnasium is loud. This is one of the best environments that I've seen, and of course it's playoff basketball, so really can't ask for much better than that.
The teams will get ready to get onto the court. The excitement is just continuing to build here. We're seeing one of the biggest crowds that we've seen in a very long time here, Sam, as this is just a very exciting Tufts women's basketball team that is looking to have this be the first step in what is sure to be a longer run in the postseason.
That's right, and this is a Tufts team that has built really an incredibly well and strong foundation. Of course, they've been pretty dominant the past couple of years, and it's something that you want to see them continue here, especially protecting their home court here of Cousins as Russell gets set to tip.
Tips it the other way, actually, and the Jumbos are off and running. Poindexter McCann off to the fast start as Tufts win the tip-off.
And immediately, Callie O'Brien is going to handle the ball, so they're going to let Molly Ryan play off ball. Look for her to get a couple of open looks.
O'Brien with a three to start the game off, and Tufts is off to the right, off on the right foot.
And of course, just as I say, O'Brien's going to play on the ball. She makes a nice cut out to the perimeter and is the beneficiary of the 3 points.
Callie O'Brien averaging 8 points, 3 assists in her first season of collegiate play. On the other end, Marina Petruzzi gets on the board for the Cardinals.
Yeah, and Petruzzi's been really excellent for the Cardinals, really a slasher for this team. So getting into the lane and pulling that back out for the little baby jump shot, it's going to be her bread and butter.
Maggie Russell with her first touch of the game kicks it back out to Ryan. Russell playing on the outside with Rosa manning the inner post. Now she will take a shot from the top of the key, rimming out. Maggie Russell with a strong offensive board.
Yeah, and the Jumbos are going to look for those second chances the whole way. Andrew, I think one of the team that's going to win this game is going to be the one that creates more second chance opportunities.
To the inside again. Rosa has it deflected by DaCosta, and Wesleyan will recover the ball. Clark looking to make a move on the inside from the left hand. Will get the lead back into the Wesleyan side.
Yeah, Andrew, and as you can hear, Wesleyan travels pretty well, so this isn't completely a home game. Of course, the Wesleyan fans getting into it as well.
Ryan with a deep three. Off the back of the iron, rebounded by Brooke Guifrey.
Now Wesleyan's going to look to run their first real offensive set. Of course, they've just had a couple of passes to start the offense and scored a bucket in transition just before that.
Clark on a switch, kick out. Guifrey from the corner is good.
And Guifrey is the sharpshooter for this Wesleyan team, shooting just under 40% from three-point range. So the Cardinals now out to an early lead against the Jumbos, something that they haven't done at all this season. Jumbos started their previous game with a lead against Wesleyan and never looked back.
Still early on in this first quarter. Poindexter McCann looking to work against Guifrey. Russell with a deep three from the outside, and she is able to fire from all angles.
Yeah, and it really looked like a really long three for Russell, especially with that defender, Kaylee Ryan, right in her grill, but Russell able to make it fall.
7-6 here early in the first. Ryan, with her first touch, will nail the open three.
Yeah, and that answer is really important for the Cardinals, showing that they can add it from range as well.
Trading back and forth with those shots beyond the arc. O'Brien's long-range jumper does not go in, as Ryan will collect the steal and get a foul called against her.
Yeah, really nice job in transition by Molly Ryan. Both of these teams playing well in transition, getting back and stopping the ball.
So a very strong offensive start for both of these teams. You can see the shots falling for Wesleyan early, and they're going to have to keep this pace, keep this clip to stay alive in this game.
Yeah, Andrew, we spoke about it earlier. It's a game of percentages, but when it's just one, all that goes out the window. It's who gets hot on any given day.
O'Brien with the kick out. Rosa from about 20 feet out. No good.
Yeah, and that's not the look that you're looking for Rosa to take. She's really dominant underneath the basket, but unable to connect from range there.
It's going to go the other way. A travel called against the Cardinals. The first turnover of the game for this Wesleyan squad. Quick substitution. O'Brien out. Annika Decker in. Provides a lot of defensive versatility for this Tufts lineup with the strong start that Wesleyan has gotten off to. Not surprised to see her in early.
That's right. Decker, the smaller but shiftier guard for the Jumbos.
Molly Ryan with the corner three. No good. Rosa and Russell with a strong presence on the offensive glass. They'll collect it again. Poindexter McCann. The drive and a kick. Rosa now looking. Shot clock at 10. Ryan with the drive. Nice find inside. Rosa finishes with the left hand.
Yeah, and just as we said before, Rosa's really a weapon underneath that basket, and Molly Ryan doing a good job of getting her the ball underneath.
Rosa one of 4 jumbos to average double figures throughout this season, as that three falls for Guifrey.
Yeah, and that's tough because Annika Decker went underneath that screen, trying to get around and stay in front of her defender, but didn't know that Guifrey can add it from deep.
Poindexter McCann getting heavily guarded here by Guifrey, who has the assignment on her. Rosa looking to work again. A lot of contact, no call. Ryan with the offensive board. Russell from the top of the key is good. It's raining threes in Cousins, Sam.
That's right, Andrew, and even with Kaylee Ryan right in the face of Russell, she's still able to add it from deep.
Clark guarded by Ryan. Now a switch, as it is a Ryan civil war, so to speak. Clark with a three. No good. Russell with a rather uncontested board will bring it up for the Jumbos on the fast break.
Yeah, and that was Maddie Clark on the three, unable to connect. She's only about a 30% shooter from there on the season.
Beautiful cut to the inside. Decker is unable to convert, but Rosa is fighting for the offensive board, and they call a foul.
Yeah, and Rosa's really battling down there in that low post. We've seen her get hacked a couple of times, and this is the first time that they're going to blow the whistle in her favor, but Decker's got to finish those in the lane. You're not going to get many better looks than that.
Of course, Annika Decker, not necessarily considered a primary offensive threat, averaging about 3 points. She really thrives on the other end of the court. The percentages aren't necessarily there, but getting those open looks off the cut, definitely one of her specialties here. As we head to the inside, Alabrandi, who has just entered the game, will look for the hook on the right hand. No good. Ryan is fighting for the offensive rebound, and that's a jump ball.
Yeah, and a really good job by the Jumbos to play all the way through that whistle. The jump ball still going to stay with Wesleyan, but the next one going to go to the Jumbos. So with 4:49 here left in the first quarter, Jumbos trail by 2, but both teams still playing with a lot of intensity early.
Intensity is the name of the game so far, Sam. NESCAC playoffs. Either team's run can end off of this game. Ryan, guarded by Alabrandi now on the outside. With a driving kick, it's Petruzzi who will get on the board.
And a good job by Poindexter McCann to stay straight up, but Petruzzi just too dangerous down there in that lane.
Decker now being that primary ball handler. Ryan over to Alabrandi. Decker looking to drive, make some space. Whistle blows. It's going to be just a foul stand right here.
Yeah, and that's the third team foul for Wesleyan, so we're going to see how that plays out. Still 4:14 left to go in this first.
Ryan on the inbound. Gets right back to her. Alibrandi from the free throw line will get her first points of the game.
Yeah, and Alibrandi has struggled shooting as of late, but it's nice to see her get back on track immediately, taking that jumper from the free throw line.
Wesleyan trying to extend their lead here with 4 minutes to go in the first quarter. Clark's pass gets broken up. Russell with the steal.
That was a really good job by the Jumbos down there to guard the passing lanes.
Decker with a wide open three is able to convert.
Yeah, Andrew, and we were talking about how Decker might not be known for her scoring ability, but don't forget that she did score 18 points in one of those games when Molly Ryan was absent, so Decker is certainly a factor to keep an eye on.
Speaking of Ryan, three-pointer no good, rebounded by her namesake the other way for the Jumbos. Decker with the ball. Back out front, Jumbos will reset. O'Brien thought about a shot, but instead will pick up her dribble. Ball back into Decker's hands. Tufts have been moving the ball well so far in this first quarter. Molly Ryan with 12 to shoot, back inside to Russell. 3 Cardinals around her, but she's still able to score.
Yeah, and those are going to be Russell's first points in the lane. Of course, she's added 2 threes from deep, but the Jumbos have been really active on offense. A lot of off-ball cuts have been getting them the ball and getting them those open looks.
Petruzzi gets by Decker off of a screen. Whistle blows before the shot goes off.
Yeah, Decker just a little bit too active with those hands. We saw her reach in with that left and get called for her first foul. Jumbo's first team foul, but Jumbos have taken the lead here 18-15 in Cousins. 2:44 left to go in the first.
Aaron Poindexter McCann re-enters for the Jumbos. Inbound by Ryan. Russell gets a hand on it, and she will collect another steal for herself.
Yeah, Maggie Russell using all of that 6'1" frame to reach up and snag that ball out of thin air.
Poindexter McCann into the inside. Alibrandi will look for the kick. O'Brien will try her hand at a 3. No good. Going the other way now is Maggie Lee, who has entered the game for the Cardinals. Ryan back out. Clark will look to move on to Decker. That's Lee for 3. No good.
Yeah, that's not really the look that Wesleyan needs to be looking for. Of course, had plenty of time left in the shot clock to keep moving the ball.
Decker will try her hand at another open 3. This time a bit of a different result. 2 minutes to go here in the first. Tufts find themselves up 3 early on in this NESCAC quarterfinal.
Yeah, Andrew, they do find themselves up 3 here, but it certainly hasn't been that way the whole quarter.
Gouifri, no good.
Of course, both teams trading buckets early, but at this point, Jumbo's looking ahead with that 3-point lead, trying to settle into it by running that offense.
Jumbo's looking to play it a bit slower here, but O'Brien with the catch and shoot 3 will be unable to connect. Fight for the offensive board. Poindexter McCann gets a hand on it, and it stays here with the Jumbos as Decker recovers. Another shot here for the Jumbos. Alibrandi at the top of the key. Kick out. O'Brien back to Decker. She'll look to drive, but loses control of the ball. Now Lee on the fast break. Only Russell in her way. She'll draw the foul. Unable to convert on the layup.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to make this one a foul on the ground. Maggie Russell doing a good job of getting in front of her and trying to deny before she was able to go up for that layup. So Jumbo's now 2 team fouls in the first. You've got a couple subs now as well. Alibrandi and O'Brien will sit for Rosa and Ryan.
And we see a Jill Pace running with a rather short rotation today. So far, only 7 Jumbos have entered the game. Still a lot of viable options off the bench, but we're not going to see them super early on.
Yeah, not a ton of height from Wesleyan either, though. Kaylee Ryan, the tallest on the floor, standing tall at 5'11".
Ryan misses on the jumper. As Tufts will look to make another play with less than a minute to go. Rosa up top finds a cutting Ryan, who will finish with the lay.
Yeah, and a beautiful pocket pass there from Sophia Rosa. Finds the hands of Ryan, who makes it look easy down there.
Sophia Rosa averaging 2 assists as that forward down in the bottom of in the post for the Jumbos. Very good facilitator there. Cardinals will get one final shot here. This is Clark working against Molly Ryan. 5 to shoot. Wesleyan has to make a move. A deep three from Kaylee Ryan will connect.
Yeah, she made that look too easy, shooting over that smaller defender in Decker. As you saw, for about 15 seconds on that shot clock, they had that mismatch.
Ryan gets into the lane and will draw the foul with a 1/10 of a second left to go in the quarter.
And that's what you get from your veteran leadership. But again, Andrew, on that last possession, they had that mismatch for quite some time. Ryan and Decker. It was only a matter of time until they were able to feed her. But Molly Ryan coming right back and driving straight at her defender is going to find her at the line now. Jumbo's lead, by 2.
The clock gets reset to half a second here. Molly Ryan, a 75% free throw shooter on the year. She'll go 1 of 2 here. Don't know if Wesleyan can get a shot off in time, as the heave from Clark will go past the buzzer expiring. So at the end of the first quarter, Tufts find themselves up with a 3-point lead, but certainly a lot closer than they're comfortable with.
Yeah, Andrew, and that's a product of the shooting so far. Wesleyan shooting 50% from 3-point range, 7 of 12 overall from the field, as the Jumbos only 8 of 19 from the field. So Wesleyan beginning to shoot the lights out early here. We're going to see how that plays out over the course of an entire game, but right now, Wesleyan can't be too disappointed, only trailing by 3 here against a team that they got blown out by the last time.
Yeah, and the shooting numbers are definitely something we have to keep an eye on as we continue to go forward in this game. Obviously, when we were looking at the combined team stats throughout the season, Tufts had the edge by about 5% in both categories. But when you have Kaylee Ryan, Marina Petruzzi, and Maddie Clark all online at the same time, can certainly provide big damage.
Yeah, that's right, Andrew. And the one that's really hurt them so far is Goifrey and Ryan. Goifrey having 6 points on 2 of 3 from 3-point range, and Ryan 2 of 3 from 3-point range as well. So Wesleyan showing their ability to shoot the 3. They haven't done it really well this season, but coming out early, you're going to stick with what's working.
Of course, Goifrey, 2/3 of her shots are from that 3-point land, so she's able to get those open opportunities. Will be able to convert most of the time, as we said, shooting at around 38%, from outside the arc. On the other side, Jumbo's not shooting too badly themselves. Maggie Russell, 2 of 2 from 3 with 8 points to lead the way. Everyone else also able to contribute.
Yeah, it's going to be really interesting to see the lineups that the Jumbos go with, because Decker, the smaller defender, with Decker being a smaller defender, Wesleyan is going to be able to shoot over the top of her. So even though she's able to get out on rotations quickly because she is quick, it's going to be interesting to see how well Wesleyan shoots over the top of her.
Getting underway here in the second quarter of action. Again, Tufts with the 3-point lead. Decker with the kick out. Molly Ryan in the corner will be unable to find a shot. Over to Russell now. Tufts running their starting 5 with Decker in. Poindexter McCann with the fadeaway jumper, no good. Rebounded by Russell, keeping the possession alive. Russell with an outside 3 will connect, her 3rd of the game.
Yeah, and they're going to call that a 2 because her foot was unfortunately on the line, but Ryan really hustling to every board. Jumbos have out-rebounded them on the offensive glass now, 4-0.
Maggie Russell enters the double-digit marks in this game very early on. Very strong start for her. Clark looking to move, kick out. Ryan for 3. We're going to see a lot more of that throughout this game, Sam.
Yeah, Andrew, Kaylee Ryan's made it look easy. That 3-point stroke is just so smooth. And Kaylee Ryan, of course, we said it earlier, the Jumbos are going to need to have a plan to stop her, and the Cardinals are going to need to have a plan to stop Maggie Russell. And those are the two that have hurt both of them in terms of scoring so far.
Rosa with a nice move is unable to convert on the layup. Rebounded there by DaCosta. Stripped away by Molly Ryan, but looks like Clark was not the woman to touch it last, so possession will stay right here with the Cardinals.
Yeah, it's going to stay with Wesleyan, and Ryan now to inbound, to get the ball in for Wesleyan. We're going to see which way these cutters go.
Eventually find somebody, and it's Petruzzi. Kick back out. Kaylee Ryan will try again and convert for, I believe, the 4th time this game.
That's right, Kaylee Ryan beginning to percolate here for the Cardinals, as the Cardinals take the lead 24-23 here in Cousins.
Molly Ryan will try her hand at an open 3, no good. DaCosta with another board. Maggie Lee. We'll get a switch onto Rosa. Right back onto Poindexter McCann. Ryan finds the open woman. It's Maddie Clark for 3. No good. Strong offensive board here by Petruzzi. She'll put it right back up, but will be unable to convert. So 2 chances, 0 points for the Cardinals off of their possession there.
Yeah, Andrew, and if you're the Jumbos, you got to be better rotating out there. Fortunate to get a miss there from Clark, who's only about a 30% shooter on the season.
Ryan guarded by Petruzzi. We'll look to kick. Poindexter McCann hasn't taken a shot yet this game. We'll get a foul call against her on the floor.
Yeah, Andrew, and I was just about to say this doesn't look like the best offensive possession that we've seen from the Jumbos. A lot of Jumbos looking stationary as Joelle Zeleny enters the game for the first time. Russell exits, and Callie O'Brien re-enters for Tufts.
Zeleny did not see any action in the first quarter. Very efficient shooter. We'll see if she can provide some offensive firepower to this Jumbo lineup. Molly Ryan now with the ball. Looking to make a strong drive to the rim. No good. Rosa with the board. She'll go up, and she will convert plus the foul.
Yeah, Andrew, we've been saying it all game, but Rosa's really a weapon down there on that block and around the rim, and she shows them why. Able to convert after her previous mistake on offense. But, Andrew, I want to give you an interesting stat about Zeleny. She's shooting 40% from three-point range, which would be good for second in the NESCAC behind her teammate, Erin Poindexter McCann. Unfortunately, she doesn't qualify, but still able to show her range. We're going to see how the Jumbos try to get her the ball.
While Sophia Rosa doesn't normally shoot from the outside, will compete that three-point play. Wesleyan back in trying to either tie or take the lead depending on shot selection.
Yeah, the conventional three-point play, as they call it, Andrew. But now Wesleyan looking to start that offense. Still a lot of offensive movement.
Maddie Clark with a quick feed inside. Ryan, no good from the layup. Strong rebound by Sophia Rosa. Tufts looking to go the other way. Poindexter McCann thought about it. Instead will reset. Ryan up front. Looking for the play against Gray. Will be unable to convert on that jumper.
Yeah, Jumbo's going a little early in that shot clock. Cardinals now back on offense. Ryan looking to run the ball through her.
A switch as Molly Ryan will get the assignment onto Petruzzi. The fadeaway no good as Rosa has been dominating these defensive on the defensive glass.
Yeah.
O'Brien with the kick. Poindexter McCann with the wide open 3. No good. Molly Ryan with another board. Staying right here.
Yeah, the Jumbos have continued to dominate on that offensive glass. They've got 6 so far compared to Wesleyan's 1 now.
5 to shoot. Tufts need to go quick. Poindexter McCann with 2 dribbles and a shot from the elbow. Rimming out. Lee with the board. Gray with the board, apologies.
Jumbos lead by 2 here still in Cousins, but Wesleyan going to look to play through their star, Kaylee Ryan.
Abby Gray inside to Clark. Will look to drive. Foul called. Molly Ryan had her hand stuck in the cookie jar.
Yeah, and really good defense there from Molly Ryan, but not moving her feet quick enough to get in front of Wesleyan. That was Maddie Clark making her pay, and she'll head to the line. Clark on the season, a 72% shooter from the charity stripe. Looking to equalize this one at 26. Maddie Clark, the senior captain from Contoocook, New Hampshire, one of the 3 main options for this Wesleyan team. On Friday, 10 points, 5 boards, and 3 assists as she equalizes this one at 26.
As Maddie Clark will connect on those 2, important to note, she was actually the lead scorer for the Cardinals the last time that they faced up against the Jumbos. Had 16 to lead the way. Unfortunately, was unable to pick up the win for her team, but still has some history against this Jumbo lineup.
Yeah, Andrew, and she's really been known to pour it on. Her season high is 24 points in the first game versus Hamilton, not the one on Friday, but really just an all-around excellent guard, one of the 3-headed monsters for Wesleyan.
As a quick timeout is called, again, very close game between these 2 teams, Sam. It's been back and forth throughout this first half. Wesleyan showing that they're more than just a little 7 seed.
That's right, Andrew, and they've done it through their excellent shooting. Of course, that first game struggled both from the field and from three-point land, but now shooting 54.5% from 3 and 50% from the field. Can't really argue with those numbers. Those are certainly the reasons why Wesleyan is still going toe-to-toe with the Jumbos here.
We'll try to take the lead here on this possession. Ryan out to Russell. Russell trying to make a move, but got a little bit lost there as Maggie Lee will collect the steal. Swinging it back around. Gray, guarded by Zeleny. To the inside, it's Lee, who will find an open Kiernan on the free throw line. Shot no good, and it's going to be another tie-up. Jump ball. Believe it's staying here.
Yeah, but a really good job by Zeleny to get in underneath those Wesleyan rebounders and box out as much as she could. Of course, that rebound fell right in front of her. She should have just reached out and grabbed it, but can't fault her for fighting for that jump ball.
Ryan on the inbound again, and I believe that's a 5-second violation.
I think they're actually going to get an offensive foul there on a moving screen from Petruzzi, but in any case, team's third foul, only 5 minutes left to go here in the second. No team really in foul trouble just yet.
Zeleny will go inside to Russell. Find another cutting Decker. The open woman is Molly Ryan, and she will connect on another three.
Yeah, Molly Ryan showing her range now. She's going to add another 3 to her point total. That's 6 points for her. Jumbos lead by 3 now after that triple.
Guifrey re-entering the game. Clark with a deep 3. Hit the rim a couple times and back in. A 3-pointer here for Maddie Clark.
Yeah, good answer there by Wesleyan. Clark getting the fortuitous bounce, and the shooter's touch helped that one fall. All tied up now again at 29.
Ryan driving to the inside. Kick back out. Jumbos will reset with Decker up front. Zeleny in the corner will drive across the baseline. A beautiful underhanded layup will go for Joelle Zeleny.
Yeah, and Zeleny's shown that she can kill them from the corner, but doing a nice job to dribble drive, take it to the rack, and scoop layup finish.
Again, a very efficient scorer when she's given the opportunity. Clark working against Russell. Looks to go across the baseline. To the inside, pass is broken up. Guifrey now will go with the layup and finish it with the right hand.
Yeah, it just got right by Zeleny and Russell. Too late on the help defense, but still, both teams at this point trading buckets. We're tied up at 31.
Decker in the corner. We'll get a screen from Alibrandi and try a 3. No good. Zeleny with a strong offensive board as another jump ball happens.
Yeah, we're seeing Zeleny again fight down low for that rebound, drawing the jump ball. It's going to stay with the Jumbos now as Rosa and Poindexter McCann re-enter for Alibrandi and Zeleny.
Still neck and neck here in Cousins Gymnasium with 3:13 to play in the second quarter of this NESCAC quarterfinal. Decker off the inbound. Ryan with 2 dribbles and a shot, no good. Rebound picked up by Petruzzi. Wesleyan looking to move up front. Guifrey will slow things once again for the Cardinals. Decker gets the assignment on Clark, a switch, and a blocking foul called against Sophia Rosa.
Yeah, Rosa just not doing a good enough job to get her feet set, but both teams really playing super late into that shot clock. We've seen the Jumbos do that. We saw it specifically in the absence of Molly Ryan, but now with Ryan back, able to go around those screens and shoot a little bit earlier in the shot clock. We'd like to see both teams move the ball a little bit better to keep scoring at this high clip.
Swing around, Ryan will try a 3, rimming out. Russell with the board. Molly Ryan now looking to work in transition.
And there's the Jumbos really controlling the pace again.
Russell with a strong drive inside and will collect the right-handed layup.
Yeah, she's just a bully when she gets that full head of steam. And tripping on her own teammate there, running back up the floor. But when she gets that full head of steam, there aren't really many players that are going to step in front of her.
Ryan with a steal will get the ball back into Tufts' hands. Ryan over to Poindexter McCann. As she just shifted her feet a little bit too much. Travel violation called. Less than 2 minutes to play here in this first half. It's been a very neck-and-neck game so far. Clark picks up her dribble, needs to find an open woman, and will on the other side. Petruzzi to the inside, and that is Emma Kiernan missing on the shot. Rosa was a factor on the defensive end, calling another jump ball for the Jumbos.
Yeah, and the Jumbos really swarmed down there to Ryan, as you can tell. Good job by Rosa getting her hands on that ball, but really swarmed inside. Ryan's got to look to pass out because when you have 3 women down there clogging the lane, there's going to be an open shooter somewhere. Should have looked to pass.
Petruzzi back into Clark. 10 on the shot clock. Clark looking to make something happen here for the Cardinals. Ryan finds an open woman. Kiernan, again, unable to convert on the layup. Only shooting 36% from the field so far this season.
Yeah, and it's those easy ones on the block that are going to hurt you later in the home stretch, but still early here. Jumbo's only with a 2-point lead.
O'Brien controlling the ship. Poindexter McCann into Rosa. Has the assignment against Kiernan, but a travel called. That's the second in a row for Tufts.
Yeah, and we saw Rosa pick up that right pivot foot just a little bit too much, and the refs were all over it, calling that travel immediately.
Tufts still with a 2-point lead here with a minute to go. Ryan. Inside Kiernan. Over back to Ryan. We'll find Kiernan again on the low post. Clark now looking to make an opportunity. They're trying to feed Kiernan the ball with 7 now on the shot clock. And that's a 3-second call on the inside.
Yeah, really good job there by Rosa to really just stay hounding on that defender. Jumbo's able to force the turnover, and O'Brien now to bring the ball up for Tufts.
We'll see if they try to go for that 2-for-1. Doesn't look super likely at this point. Poindexter McCann now facilitating. O'Brien gets a screen from Rosa, and Rosa will get it right back. Her shot from about 10 feet out is no good. Strong offensive board again by Poindexter McCann. Rosa will recover ball on the floor, collected by O'Brien. Tufts now can hold for 1.
That's right, Andrew. Shot clock turned off. Jumbos have 1 play left to run before both teams head to the half.
O'Brien pulls up from long range. No good. Poindexter McCann will have 1 final shot. No good, as it will fall out of bounds. Wesleyan will have 0.3 of a second to try and make something happen.
Yeah, and Molly Ryan is wisely going to go up and pressure the ball so they can't roll it up, but looks like the Jumbos are going to head to the half with a 2-point lead here. And a hard-fought first half, but Jumbos lead by 2 here.
Very strong performance from both of the teams here, as both Wesleyan and Tufts are hungry for a ticket to that NESCAC semifinal next week. It's a 2-point lead for Tufts as we enter halftime of this NESCAC quarterfinal matchup. We're going to take a short break. We'll be right back with second half action here on JumboCast.
You're so hypnotic, magical. don't wanna let you know you're so hypnotic, magical, cold, 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 cold. Don't wanna let you know you're so hypnotic, magical.
We've learned a lot from him, and we've probably learned more from him than he's learned from us.
I think they're a real important part in my life. I can't describe it. It feels amazing.
Team Impact is a national nonprofit that connects kids living with serious and chronic illness with college athletic teams, forming lifelong bonds and life-changing outcomes.
Give me a break it! Break it!
Can I have a hug? What's your favorite subject?
Math.
When you spread the word about Team Impact, you have the power to change lives.
You're so hypnotic, magical. Don't wanna let you know you're so hypnotic, magical. Don't wanna let you know you're so hypnotic, magical.
Welcome back to Cousins Gymnasium. We're about to get underway for our second half of action here. Tufts Jumbos leading the Wesleyan Cardinals 33-31 in this NESCAC quarterfinal matchup. Sam, this has been a very back and forth game. Both teams have taken considerable leads, and Wesleyan surprisingly shooting the ball very efficiently, and that's what's kept them in this game so far.
That's right, Andrew. They're shooting over 50% from three and just under 50% from the field. The Jumbos have struggled with their shooting numbers a little bit, shooting under 33% from long range and 36% from the field. So we're going to see how those shooting numbers continue to stack up the rest of the way. But the number that stands out to me, Andrew, is those second chance points. The Jumbos have 10 second chance points versus Wesleyan's 0 because the Jumbos have dominated the offensive glass, 10 rebounds to 3 rebounds. So it's going to be interesting to see how they go the rest of the way. Our marquee matchup between Kaylee Ryan and Maggie Russell is even right now, 12 apiece. So both players the leading scorer for their respective teams, and both teams pouring it in.
Yeah, and for the Jumbos, it's, of course, not just Russell that's working on that offensive glass. A lot of these players are starting to get involved. Molly Ryan has 5 boards. Sophia Rosa has 4, and that's what's gotten Tufts these extra opportunities, which has led to extra buckets for themselves to keep themselves in the lead in this game.
That's right, Andrew, but one thing that also stands out is Erin Poindexter-McCann has no points yet in this game, and that could be a game flow thing, right? Sometimes you're just not getting the ball to the player, not giving a whole lot of opportunities, but look for Poindexter-McCann to fill it up from long range as the Jumbos look to get her the ball to add from deep.
Yeah, only has attempted 1 3-pointer. Of course, Poindexter-McCann, 42% from the line, from the 3-point line this season, so always a threat if she's able to get those open looks. Just so far, the way the offense has been structured, really hasn't been able to find too many opportunities, but we'll be able to get a lot of them as we move forward, as both Tufts and Wesleyan are only running 8 women in their rotation, so a lot of playing time for a lot of these players.
That's right. Still a lot of time left on this clock, 20 minutes left, 10 between each quarter, and potentially overtime because this is pretty even at 33-31 here, but you take a look through these stat sheets and both teams only going 8 deep, so it's going to be interesting to see how we go the rest of the way.
Kicking off the second half is the Tufts Jumbos as they will enter this possession here. Immediately to Rosa down low. Beautiful post move on the inside, but she's unable to convert. DaCosta picking up the board.
And Rosa's been so reliable all season underneath that basket. Those are opportunities that she's going to be kicking herself for post-game.
Rosa shooting very efficiently, 57% from the field. Tori DaCosta getting involved on the offensive end. Clark now looking to work. Kick out. There's Gawifri for 3. No good. Rebounded there by Ryan, keeping the possession alive. Clark back to Ryan. Sophia Rosa on the outside is guarding the smaller Clark. DaCosta gets it back over to Petruzzi. 4 to shoot. Wesleyan has to get a shot up, and they will be unable to do so as Callie O'Brien will pick up the ball.
Yeah, just great team defense there from the Jumbos on that possession.
Maggie Russell with her first drive of the half, and that will result with 2 more points added to the Tufts score.
Maggie Russell just making it look easy again, taking that full head of steam and going straight to the basket. Easy 2 for her.
Despite standing at a very strong 6'1", Maggie Russell, an excellent ball handler and facilitator working on these drives. As Poindexter-McCann will come away with the steal.
Yeah, but the Jumbos are going to slow this one down and dictate the pace a little bit. Of course, they could push, but again, stronger team. You're going to try to control the pace yourselves.
O'Brien off the reset. Also working slowly. Again, no rush here for this Tufts team. Molly Ryan over to Poindexter-McCann. She'll get a decent look from 3-point land, unable to convert. Molly Ryan with another strong offensive board.
Yeah, and she's just everywhere for the Jumbos, adding so many offensive boards already.
Poindexter-McCann now looking to make a move on the drive. We'll find the open woman in Molly Ryan. Her 3-pointer, no good. Poindexter-McCann now with the rebound. The Jumbos continuing this extended possession.
Yeah, and another second chance opportunity for the Jumbos. Wesleyan has to be better on that defensive glass.
Ryan will do it herself again, this time with another same result, but Sophia Rosa will get her turn on the rebounding board as Tufts get the ball right back into their hands.
And Wesleyan, a team that out-rebounds the Jumbos on average. They've got 42 to the Jumbos 41, getting out-rebounded here.
4th try here will result in the whistle blown by the referee. Foul on the floor. It's going to stay right here in the Jumbos' possession.
Yeah, but the Jumbos still struggling to fill it up. Of course, shooting 34% now from the field. and just under 28%.
Ryan on the inbound. Over to Russell. The shot clock reset back to 20. Another whistle blown. I believe Kaylee Ryan's going to pick up a personal.
Yeah, and Russell and Ryan going toe-to-toe down there on that block, but Russell getting the better of this one. Ryan looked like she took the worst of it.
Another reset here for the Jumbos. They've had possession for a very long time, it seems, as looks like that'll end right now as Clark will pick up a steal. Clark picks up her dribble, but will be able to find Ryan on the left side. Looking to drive, gets past O'Brien. Foul going to be called on the floor.
Yeah, a little ill-advised hand check there from O'Brien, just trying to do everything in her power to make sure Kaylee Ryan isn't the one that beats them.
She'll be on the inbound here. Nice kick back out to Clark. Molly Ryan with the defensive assignment, finds a cutting Gouifre. But again, Sophia Rosa being a very strong defensive presence inside.
Right, and she's an excellent rim protector for the Jumbos as Decker checks in for O'Brien, again giving you a little bit more speed. The power of that rim protection can't be stated enough. Rosa has just been excellent, giving the Jumbos quality minutes so far. Alibrandi hasn't seen the floor as much, but no reason for her to come in and take away some of that momentum from Rosa.
Ryan with 2 to shoot, has to get a shot up quickly. Will be able to, rimming out. Sophia Rosa with another board, and that was a bit of an unnecessary foul there by Tori DaCosta.
Yeah, and the refs really going and calling every hand check now.
I believe DaCosta now with 3 personal fouls, so always something we got to keep an eye on as we head into the second half of play. Rosa working at the elbow. Poindexter McCann thought about it. We'll go instead with the drive. Layup is good. Poindexter McCann finally on the board for the Jumbos.
Yeah, and a really great drive there by Poindexter McCann. Of course, Wesleyan respecting that three-point shot, so she's able to do a little up fake and take it straight to the rack. Wesleyan calling a timeout. They're going to talk their offense over as they've fallen now to have a 6-point deficit.
Yeah, a bit of a lower scoring start to this second half, but it's still Tufts with 4 straight points to start the third quarter off. And of course, that lead started off at 2 and now is at 6. And so Wesleyan want to respond early. They don't want the lead to get out of hand, as obviously there still is a lot of time in this game, but it's important to make sure that the pace is remaining even as we head into the fourth quarter.
Yeah, Andrew, and the way that they're going to try to claw back into this game is by getting Kaylee Ryan involved. Ryan's been excellent all game long, 4 of 6 from three-point range, 4 of 9 overall, 12 points. They got to look to Ryan, and Ryan has to look for her teammates too, right? She can drive and kick. She can be a weapon from outside, space the floor really well. Wesleyan just has to keep moving the ball and playing through their best player in Kaylee Ryan.
And Ryan is actually the one to inbound most of these possessions, so doesn't start off with the ball, but we'll be sure to see it into her hands shortly.
Right, and that's because Ryan's one of the best passers on this team as well. Of course, we talk about her ability to score, but her ability to distribute is also incredible.
Kaylee Ryan guarded by Poindexter McCann. Clark with a 3 is good. That's just the score there that Wesleyan needed, Sam.
Yeah, and cutting the deficit exactly in half with that triple. Jumbos are going to look to trade buckets here.
Decker now gets a screen from Russell. Garners a little bit of space. Right back out to Maggie Russell. She'll try a step back 3, as was a bit off the mark on that one.
Yeah, and a jump ball down low. Not the best shot that you want to see from Russell. Play a little bit deeper into that shot clock. Pass the ball around a couple more times and keep that offensive movement. We saw them cutting so well earlier in the first half. Of course, we might see some of that fatigue stepping in as the Jumbos only go 8 deep, but they need to continue to move on offense.
Nice ball movement here from the Cardinals. Shot will be unable to go down for Petruzzi. Sailing out of bounds back into the Jumbos' hands.
Yeah, and Decker's going to bring this one up for Tufts. So you're going to have Poindexter McCann and Molly Ryan both playing off the ball with Russell and Rosa as your bigs. They got to keep moving it.
Russell over to Poindexter McCann. She gets her hands on a straight array 3 and finally is able to connect from long range.
Yeah, it was just a matter of time until Poindexter McCann began to fill it up, and she's got 5 here in this quarter.
Only her second three-pointer attempted, I think, of the game. So hopefully we'll see more options for her as that ball gets tipped by Maggie Russell. And another tip by Molly Ryan. Defense working well for the Jumbos on this possession.
Yeah, really active hands.
Ryan gets past Poindexter McCann, picks up the dribble. Clark will try her hand at a 3, and she picks up her second in a row.
Yeah, and the Wesleyan crowd getting involved now. Nice shot there from Clark. She's got 13, now the leading scorer for Wesleyan.
Tufts looking to answer. Poindexter McCann over to Rosa. Molly Ryan now on the drive. Kick out. Russell with 15 to shoot. To the low post. Sophia Rosa working against Acosta, and she gets her hands a little bit too far forward. Going to get called for another personal.
Yeah, both teams playing with a lot of really active hands.
That's 4 fouls now on Tori DaCosta. Next one will take her out of the game, and so the Cardinals will respond. Emma Kiernan re-entering here for the Jumbos.
Yeah, foul trouble definitely tough here for Wesleyan. Of course, you've got so many bigs. DaCosta trying to play with them, but the freshman, Jumbo's just getting the best of her.
Russell in the corner will find Rosa again. Another whistle called by the referee. Wesleyan getting a little bit too antsy on the defensive end.
That's right, Andrew. And Maggie Lee just too active. They're trying to deny that ball into Rosa. Rosa hasn't really made them pay all that much. She's only got 5 on 2 of 8 shooting. So one of those bigs who's normally so efficient around the rim hasn't hurt Wesleyan, but the Jumbos can't be disappointed with their 3-point lead, and Rosa at the line to shoot 2.
Sophia Rosa, a 68% free throw shooter on this season. Will be unable to convert on that first. Averaging 11 points, 4 Jumbos in double figures for this season here, Sam.
Yeah, Rosa's been excellent, but struggle to find her stride here. It looks like Alabrandi's going to come in for her on the next dead ball.
Wesleyan looking to cut the deficit late into this third quarter. Clark has had an excellent second half so far. She'll look to drive, kick out. Doesn't go for the shot, but instead will try the mid-range. No good there by Petruzzi. Tufts looking to go the other way. Poindexter McCann handling the ball off transition. O'Brien guarded by Lee. Gets another Maggie Russell screen. Poindexter McCann from long range, rimming out. Another foul call, this time against Molly Ryan, as the ball will go the other way.
Yeah, that's going to be a hand check for Molly Ryan. It's going to be her second foul as Rosa exits and Alabrandi comes in. Rosa adding 7 boards for the Jumbos. Jumbos still out-rebounding Wesleyan, now 26-22 and 13-5 on the offensive glass.
And that's where we've seen Tufts take their lead here in this game, albeit only 3 points at the moment. Clark now looking to make that even smaller. But that's another offensive foul. Moving screen, I believe, called against Emma Kiernan.
Yeah, that's going to be Kiernan's first, so she hasn't seen a ton of run time just yet. So just picking up that first offensive foul won't send the Jumbos to the line, but O'Brien's going to bring up the ball for Tufts here.
Ryan working all the way around the perimeter. We'll find Alabrandi at the top of the key. O'Brien now thought about a shot from the elbow, but instead will look to move inside. Alabrandi loses control, falls to the ground. Clark will recover the loose ball. Wesleyan again just looking for some sort of answer. Maggie Lee's 3 rims out, but Kaylee Ryan with a strong offensive board.
Yeah, it's time for Wesleyan to get Kaylee Ryan involved. It's been a lot of offensive attack and approach from the other players on the floor, but Ryan's got to be a little aggressive and try to take this one to the rack.
She'll try her hand here, looking to drive on the inside. Alabrandi with a strong defensive possession here, and that she will also collect the offensive board, but a travel called. Ball's going to stay right here, Sam.
Yeah, and that's a tough call down low. You have the 2 players fighting for that rebound. They just get Alabrandi for shuffling those feet.
Shot clock reset with 2:30 to go here in the third quarter. Tufts still with a 3-point lead. Guifrey. Over to Lee now, looking to make her drive on the left side, and it is denied. Angela Alabrandi with a strong presence down low.
Yeah, really great rim protection there from Alabrandi. She averages 0.6 blocks a game, so adding 1 to her total here. Excellent play from Alibrandi so far. Averages 5.4 points and 5.7 rebounds in NESCAC play this season.
Three-pointer partially blocked there by Molly Ryan as the ball will just touch to the baseline here. So another whistle blown. Another outlet pass for Kaylee Ryan for Wesleyan.
Yeah, really great job there by Ryan to keep her feet moving.
10 on the shot clock. Ryan has Russell on her. Will look to drive pass. Reverse layup, no good. O'Brien and Alibrandi both fought for the rebound, but neither were able to pick it up.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of really great defensive discipline here from the Jumbos. They continue to move their feet with the person that they're guarding and keeping those arms straight up. Wesleyan unable to draw those calls down low.
2 on the shot clock. Clark has to go quickly with a three-pointer. No good. Doesn't hit the rim. That's a shot clock violation. And finally, Tufts can breathe a sigh of relief as they'll get the ball back into their hands.
Yeah, and that's the 12th turnover for Wesleyan, but the Jumbos continuing to struggle from the field. Only 35% from there. And it hasn't been much better from deep. Only 29%.
Ryan to Russell inside. Another foul called. Kaylee Ryan just barely got her hand in onto Russell. She'll go to the line.
Yeah, and again, looked like a little bit of a soft call there, but Maggie Russell's going to be the beneficiary at the line to shoot too. Jumbos have struggled from the line as well, Andrew. 2 of 5 from there so far, and Russell on the season shooting 66% from the line. So see if she can extend this Jumbo lead beyond 3. It seems to have sat there for quite some time here.
Maggie Russell with 16 points and 12 rebounds on average this season. One of 2 players in the NESCAC to average that double-double. She'll be able to convert on a pair.
Yeah, and Maggie Russell has just been the go-to for the Jumbos all season, but this is a team that hasn't played at full strength for too long, missing a lot of key players due to injury. So finally at full strength now here in this NESCAC tournament. No better time to be healthy.
Clark back out to Ryan. Another strong drive here by the guard. She'll pick up the layup and 1.
Yeah, Andrew, it was only a matter of time until Kaylee Ryan got to the rack. And here you see it, just getting the better of Russell. Russell going up and trying to box out too early, and they get her for the whistle. That's one of the easier calls for the official to make. Ryan looking to cut this deficit.
Kaylee Ryan has had a quieter second half than she did in the first, but still providing big impact there now with 14 points on the night. Was unable to finish that 3-point play, but still getting points on the board for the Cardinals is crucial at this stage in the game. Jumbo's looking to respond. Decker back out to O'Brien. Maggie Russell looking to work with 10 to shoot. Will pull up from mid-range and connect from all angles. We said Maggie Russell can score.
Yeah, that little elbow jumper is deadly for Maggie Russell, and just rolling around that screen makes it look easy.
Clark will try a deep 3. Hits the back of the iron. Rebounded here by Kaylee Ryan. She'll get another foul called. That's going to be against Callie O'Brien.
Yeah, and O'Brien was doing a really good job on defense, but hands just too active, couldn't time up the shot. And it's going to be Kaylee Ryan to go to the line. From the line today, she's 0 of 1, missing on her previous trip, but shooting 67% there overall.
And you want to hear an interesting fact here, Sam? Kaylee Ryan leads the team of the Wesleyan Cardinals in points, rebounds, assists, steals, and blocks. All the big 5 here for the Cardinals as she goes 1 or 2 from the line.
Yeah, that's right. And her leadership really can't be understated. She's been everywhere for the Cardinals, and she'll take her first rest now. Won NESCAC Player of the Week earlier in the season on a week where she scored 24 points twice. So clearly a prolific scorer, an excellent leader for this Cardinals team who's fighting and going toe-to-toe with this number 2 seeded Jumbos.
Tufts with potentially their last possession of the quarter. Kick out to Zeleny, who's entered the game. Molly Ryan back out to Maggie Russell. She'll try a deep 3, in and out.
Now Wesleyan pushing the pace.
Yeah, here in the corner is Gowifri for 3. Was unable to convert. Now, Tufts will get one final possession here if they hold, and will look not to go on the fast break. Instead, getting the final shot here. Molly Ryan in control of the ball. Will go up strong from the right side. No good. Now Wesleyan still has time. 3 to shoot. Gowifri guarded by Russell. She'll give her some space. Will be unable to convert the layup. And that's how this third quarter will end.
Yeah, Zeleny running the floor as well, grabbing that board, but Maggie Russell doing a really good job there to intimidate her defenders. Of course, the 6'1" forward for the Jumbos. All she had to do was stand up there and keep her arms up, even faked like she was going for the steal, and that intimidated Gowifree enough to make her miss. But the Jumbos now lead by 3 despite shooting only 35% from the field, Andrew. What are we going to see in this fourth quarter?
Well, hopefully some more shots go down for the Jumbos. Of course, as we mentioned earlier on in the broadcast, their numbers in terms of efficiency generally are higher than the Cardinals. But of course, on a one-game basis, this is winner take all in a best of one. So anything can happen here for the Jumbos. You're looking to see more of their shooters get involved. Molly Ryan, only 2 of 11 from the field right now, and the offense really relying around Maggie Russell so far for this Jumbos team.
Yeah, Andrew, and neither team has really shot all that well. Wesleyan having a really hot first half, but they've cooled down quite a bit, shooting 33% on the game, 14 of 42 overall, 43% from long range, so not attempting too many threes in that previous quarter, but both teams looking to get back on the board and keep their offense moving. Both have gone pretty stagnant here.
As we got through the third quarter, not much has changed in terms of the situation that we find ourselves in this game. Tufts edging out the Cardinals by 1 point in that period, as both of these squads have 10 more minutes to keep their hopes of a NESCAC championship alive.
That's right, Andrew, and as we said it earlier, Kaylee Ryan and Maggie Russell still the leading scorers on both of their teams, so it's going to be awesome to watch them go toe-to-toe here in the fourth.
Final period of play here in Cousins Gymnasium. Tufts moving the ball around nicely. Decker now will handle it. Rosa at the top of the key will hand off to Ryan. 10 to shoot. Russell thought about a shot instead. Back out to Molly Ryan. She has a more open look, unable to convert, but a strong offensive board by Joelle Zeleny.
And the Jumbos have just been super active on the offensive glass all game. Zeleny really getting in there on almost every shot up. So good job by the Jumbos to take another second chance opportunity.
Decker now with 5 to shoot. Nice spin move on the inside. We'll go for the layup. No good. Molly Ryan again picking up the offensive board. Quick kick out. Russell for 3. No. Loose ball foul going against the Jumbos. Wesleyan will regain control.
And the Jumbos continue to struggle from the field. Having a lot of second chances here, but not too many second chance points. Only 10 on the game, and that's the same number that we saw, Andrew, in the first half.
Which is an interesting number, especially considering the amount of offensive rebounds that they've been able to collect here in this third quarter.
Just goes to show you how ice cold this Jumbo team is at the moment.
Looking to work in the middle now. Over to Gowifree. Ryan got Russell on a pump fake. Will take 2 dribbles and score.
Yeah, and cuts the deficit to 1. Doing a really good job there is Ryan, and Wesleyan's going to continue to play through her this entire quarter.
Decker in the corner. Left a bit isolated here. Finally gets a screen from Sophia Rosa, 15 to shoot. Back out to Rosa working in the low post against Kiernan. Decker with a beautiful cut inside. She'll convert on the layup.
Yeah, and that's a take that you love to see Decker take, driving straight to the hole and taking it herself rather than passing out and looking for another look.
Ryan, again, the primary focus here for the Cardinals. Clark now guarded by Ryan. 10 on the shot clock here. Clark looks to drive. The acrobatic shot is no good. Rosa with another defensive rebound.
And that's going to be Rosa's 9th rebound of this one. Looking to find her in double figures.
Decker controlling the offense here. Maggie Russell now will get a touch. She'll pull up from long range at the top of the key. No good. Rebounded by Clark.
And it just hasn't been working for the Jumbos from deep in this one, going 6 of 24 from long range. In the first game, shooting much better than that. One of the reasons why they were able to run away with it and take the win by 20, but still super close here in Cousins, mostly as a result of the poor shooting numbers.
Decker bringing the ball up once more for this Jumbo team. Molly Ryan again serving that off-ball position. Will find Rosa on the inside. She'll finish strongly across the baseline.
Hasn't been super efficient all game long, but only matters what's going on right here, right now. Sophia Rosa being clutch for this Jumbo team.
Clark tried to get a move in onto Decker, was unable to do so. Now Lee at the top of the key. Here's Petruzzi. Kick out. Maggie Lee from the corner. No good. Rebounded strongly by Ryan, and she will get the lead back to 3.
Yeah, really good job there by Kaylee Ryan to get in underneath and finish at the rack. I mean, Wesleyan just needs to continue to play through her, and if that comes through the second chance, then so be it.
Molly Ryan with a pull-up pop. No good. Tori DaCosta has re-entered the game in the final minutes of this fourth quarter. Remember, 4 fouls on that freshman forward.
Now look at this mismatch in the corner. It's Decker on Kaylee Ryan. We're going to see if Wesleyan gets it to her to exploit that.
And a switch here. Poindexter McCann now gets the assignment, but is able to provide enough effort on the defensive end that Kaylee Ryan's 3 will go no good.
And it looks like that's going to be the 5th foul there on DaCosta.
That is a quick foul out here for Tori DaCosta. The freshman was a very powerful option on the inside for the Cardinals all season long, averaging 8 rebounds and 6 points off of 52% shooting from the field. Her presence will certainly be missed as she heads to the bench.
Yeah, and she dominated in their last win against Hamilton, 16 points and 13 boards, but largely silent today in this one going up against the Tufts bigs. Tori DaCosta finishes with no points and 5 rebounds.
Ryan to the inside. Russell with a strong move. No good. Rosa fighting for the offensive board, but is unable to pick it up. Now Clark looking to move in transition. Wesleyan have a numbers advantage for now. Weefree back over to Ryan. Now Rosa gets the assignment. Nice screen, but that's a travel against Kaylee Ryan. So ball goes the other way. Crucial mistake there by this star for the Wesleyan Cardinals.
And 5:37 left to go here in the fourth. Jumbos lead by 3 as Alibrandi re-enters for Rosa.
Molly Ryan over to Alibrandi now. Decker looking to get Russell involved on the low post. 12 to shoot. Russell with the spinner on hook shot. Able to get it in to go. What a shot coming out from Maggie Russell.
Yeah, and Russell immediately getting back and pestering Kaylee Ryan on the perimeter. Russell's got 20 in the game here for the Jumbos.
And she is locked in on the defensive side as well, keeping her eye on the ball. Now we'll switch in on to Maggie Lee. She'll be able to breeze by her, though. Pick up the layup with the left hand. And a quick timeout there called by Kate Mullen in her 30th season with the Wesleyan Cardinals, looking to try and find some angle to get back into this game.
Yeah, Andrew, and Russell just getting too active on defense. Over-aggressive, trying to guard that passing lane, and really good job by Lee to cut by her and score the easy bucket. Only 3-point lead here for the Jumbos. 5 minutes to go. Anything can happen here in Cousins. And it's been a story of poor shooting on both sides of the basketball. Jumbo shooting 35% from the field. Wesleyan 35% from the field. So those two numbers have largely evened up. It's been 14 turnovers for Wesleyan, though, compared to 8 from Tufts.
And the big thing here for the Cardinals is that the rebounding numbers that we talked about earlier are starting to even back up. Wesleyan now taking control of the boards, 35 to 34, and are only 3 away on the offensive category. So while Tufts was definitely getting at the upper hand on the boards in the first half, Wesleyan are fighting right back.
Yeah, and those offensive rebound numbers are also coming back. Jumbo's 15 to Wesleyan's 12, so it's going to be interesting to see how this one plays out, but as you can tell, both teams still with that fire and desire. Maggie Russell hustling back on defense in our marquee matchup against Kaylee Ryan. Both forwards have 20 points for their respective teams. Ryan on 4 of 7 from three-point land, 7 of 15 overall. Russell, the slightly more efficient, 8 of 13 overall.
And now heading into crunch time for the Jumbos. Need to get somebody else involved here on the offensive end. Towards these later game stages, the Cardinals can definitely focus more of their defensive attention towards Maggie Russell. So getting these shooters open, allowing for them to convert, will definitely be important here. 15 to shoot. Decker looking to cut on the inside. Pass is broken up by Guifrey, but it's going to stay right here.
Yeah, it looks like Rosa's going to re-enter for Alibrandi. Of course, Rosa so dangerous underneath the rim. And the Jumbos are going to put this one in from the sideline. Molly Ryan, one of their best passers, to put it in.
Ten to shoot for Tufts. Decker again with a strong drive, finds Ryan in the corner. She'll try her hand at a three. Rimming in and out. Rosa with that offensive board and is able to convert once again.
Yeah, really good job there by Sophia Rosa underneath that rim. Just grabbing the second chance opportunity and capitalizing on it.
5-point lead now for Tufts. Wesleyan need a bucket here to stay in this game. Petruzzi looking to work against Decker. Kick out, gets broken up a little bit by Molly Ryan. She's claiming that she didn't touch it. Refs are calling it a tip as Clark will maintain this possession here for the Cardinals. She'll try her hand at a deep three. Ryan did get involved a little bit as there was contact on the way down, but the refs are not going to call that. Going to instead just go out of bounds. Jumbos will get the ball back with 4 minutes to go.
Yeah, Andrew, I think the rationale behind that no call was that the shooter had landed first before Ryan touched her, so that could be the reason for the no call. But in any case, the Jumbos lead by 5 now, looking to extend and put this one to bed.
Decker now with some space. Cross court over to Molly Ryan. Ryan will get it right back here at the elbow. 6 to shoot. Tufts need to get the ball moving right now. Maggie Russell will be the one to take the final shot with the shot clock expiring. Didn't hit the rim either way, so Decker unable to retrieve it. Shot clock violation against the Jumbos.
Yeah, and really great defense there from Kaylee Ryan. Watching these two go toe-to-toe has certainly been a treat. Ryan getting the best of Russell there, just unable to pull another trick out of her bag to score.
Still a 5-point game. One of the larger leads that we've seen here in this second half, Sam. Ryan at the top of the key. Over to Petruzzi now. Decker with the defensive assignment, and she loses control of the ball. Petruzzi able to recover here. Now over to Lee. Kick out. Kaylee Ryan with a deep three. And she connects. The lead for Tufts is now down to 2.
Kaylee Ryan adding 21, 2, and 3 with that shot. Really excellent job by her, seeing that she had an opportunity. Just pulled it herself and cuts this Jumbo lead to 2.
Point next to McCann. Over to Russell now. Molly Ryan has had a quiet game so far. Can she get on the board? We'll look to drive, pick up the foul. Molly Ryan is headed to the free throw line.
Yeah, really good drive by Molly Ryan. Saw an opening, thought she could beat her defender, does just that. Gets in underneath her baseline. Although she didn't have a good look at the backboard to put that layup in, definitely got fouled, so she'll be at the charity stripe now to shoot 2, where Molly Ryan is a 75% shooter on the season.
And while Ryan, the scoring numbers haven't been there this game, you can still feel her impact in terms of her ability to facilitate and get space for the rest of her teammates here. She'll be able to convert on this pair, sending the lead back up to 4.
Yeah, Andrew, and it's interesting because her numbers in the NESCAC season, which are the last couple of games, are certainly down from her season numbers, but I wouldn't chalk that up to anything other than strength of schedule. Of course, the NESCAC, one of the stronger divisions for women's basketball.
Up top, Petruzzi unable to connect on the layup. Good defense down low once again by the Jumbos. Molly Ryan now thought about a 3. Instead, we'll slow it down as there are about 2 minutes to go here in the game between the Jumbos and the Cardinals.
Yeah, Andrew, and these are the moments, right? These are the jitters. You got to get them out of your system because it's just the same as any other game. Molly Ryan, the leader on the floor, telling her teammates to calm down.
Decker to drive, point next to McCann with an open 3 in the left corner. No good, but Sophia Rosa with another strong offensive board. It looks to go up, no good. Molly Ryan with the offensive board, and it's staying right here.
Yeah, Molly Ryan has been elite on the offensive glass in this one. She's got 8 boards and 8 points for the Jumbos, and the crowd beginning to get into it.
6 to shoot now. Ryan has control of the ball. Rosa, not a threat from the outside, but Poindexter McCann is. But another travel violation called. Aaron Poindexter McCann unable to capitalize on the offensive rebounding effort of the Jumbos.
Yeah, I'm usually disappointed with those travel calls, but she definitely walked into that one. So now Wesleyan's going to have a chance to cut this one back to 2.
B. Clark bringing it up. Up top is Kiernan.
And Wesleyan has that mismatch again with Decker on Kaylee Ryan.
Instead, it'll be Petruzzi with banking in the 3. What a shot there. Absolutely clutch moment by Marina Petruzzi. Timeout called. It's a 1-point game, Sam.
Yeah, Andrew, and Coach Pace wisely taking this timeout. The Jumbos in control still. They lead by 1. And Molly Ryan was saying it earlier on that last possession. She was putting her hands down, telling her teammates to calm down. And after a shot like that, certainly shaken up, but Coach Pace probably going to say the same to her players in this huddle.
Again, tons of expectations for this Tufts Jumbos team. Already up in a very, very close matchup in this quarterfinal of the NESCAC. This is a team with not only NESCAC championship aspirations, but potentially aspirations further than that as we head into the NCAAs in a couple of weeks. So getting a win here definitely going to be crucial in terms of their seeding and in terms of their direction that the team is able to move forward as we head into postseason play.
Yeah, Andrew, and the ability to host one of those regionals cannot be understated, right? You play at home, you don't have to travel on the road, you can stay comfortable in your home gym. And the Jumbos are fighting for that opportunity most here. Of course, they want that NESCAC championship, they want that title, but with aspirations bigger than just the NESCAC, a win here would certainly be part of their plan.
Jumbos were able to advance the ball before calling that timeout, so Annika Decker will get the ball at around the half-court line. 1 minute and 13 seconds to go here in this NESCAC quarterfinal.
And no movement for the Jumbos until right now.
Decker still with possession. Looking to get Rosa involved down low. She'll have a strong drive, get called for the foul. Acrobatic shot almost went down, but Sophia Rosa is headed to the line.
Yeah, and a really good job by the Jumbos. You could tell that that was going to be their plan of attack the whole time. No movement. Rosa just sitting camped right on that free throw line. All she had to do was turn and face and drive to the rack, and she did just that to find her now at the line. Look to extend this Jumbo lead. First one's up and good.
And that's now a double-double for Sophia Rosa. 10 points, 12 rebounds. We'll try to make it 11 off of this free throw.
Yeah, Rosa struggled from the line in this one, but adding just 1 of 2 here, 1 of 4 overall in the game.
Nice box out from Petruzzi to collect the board. Wesleyan trying to either tie or take the lead depending on shot selection. Less than a minute to go. Clark handles, guarded by Russell. Keep an eye out again for Kaylee Ryan in the corner, guarded by Molly Ryan. Instead, Guifrey on the other side. 10 to shoot. Clark at the top of the key. Gets a screen, gets an open look. We'll try for 3, no good. Rebounded by Molly Ryan. Jumbo's just trying to get it over half court, and the foul is called. Molly Ryan is headed to the free throw line. Oh, not just yet. I'm sorry. 4th foul of the second half for the Wesleyan Cardinals, which honestly is a good thing for the Tufts team. They allow more time to run off the clock as the fouls will start to come in with the shot clock now off the board.
Yeah, this is a really important inbounds pass from Molly Ryan. All she needs to do is get it in, make sure that there's no...
Decker has to try to get it over, but instead it'll just be Clark collecting that foul.
Yeah, all Molly Ryan had to do was get that ball and make sure Wesleyan didn't tip it away to get another possession. But Decker now going to be at the line to shoot 2. Looking to put this one on ice. Jumbo's lead is only 2.
Annika Decker, 83% from the line this season. Crucially misses on that first attempt. Wesleyan will be within a 1-possession game at least with 1 final play.
And Decker makes a second, and Coach Kate Mullen's going to call a timeout. Let them know what this full court play is going to be. They trail by 3 here. Andrew, who do you think they're going to look to?
Well, we said it at the beginning of the show. We said it at halftime. Said it at almost every single quarter of play. Has to be, of course, Kaylee Ryan has been the lead scorer for this Wesleyan team. Is able to facilitate, able to drive, able to create her own shot. Definitely have to look to see the ball go towards her way.
Yeah, and Ryan, 5 of 8 from three-point land already in this game. Super interesting to see how this one shapes out, but Kaylee Ryan, I believe her season high is 6 three-pointers, so she'd have to match that total to send this one to overtime.
And that's the crucial part about that free throw going down for Annika Decker here, Sam. Of course, if Decker missed on a pair, that could have allowed for the Cardinals to try and take the lead. But now with the 3-point advantage that the Jumbos possess, the best they can do for Wesleyan side is take that three-pointer and send us into overtime.
Yeah, and it looks like Coach Kate Mullen advanced the ball with that timeout, so Wesleyan's now going to have 18.8 seconds to add 3 to their point total and try to send this one to overtime to try and upset this number 2 seeded Jumbos. The Wesleyan fans already getting loud.
Clark will start off the possession. 15 seconds left to go in this NESCAC quarterfinal. Wesleyan need a three-pointer here. Instead, they'll go for a quick 2. Up and in goes Clark. 1-point lead for the Jumbos with 10 to go. And Coach Pace will now take her timeout here. Still a lot on the board here for the Jumbos. They'll be able to work out a play, potentially get the ball into the hands of a strong free throw shooter.
And Andrew, I don't know how much I love that timeout, right? You had Maggie Russell on that baseline, ready to inbound the ball, and you had Erin Poindexter-McCann, one of their better shooters on the team, wide open in the backcourt. With a wide open lane to get it over the half-court line, Coach Pace calling that timeout. Again, you advance the ball, which is what you want to do, but you already lead by 1. Wesleyan has to foul. If you have the ball in the hands of Poindexter-McCann, there's not really a much better look than you can get than that.
We'll see if it ends up paying off. All 5 players on the floor now for the Jumbos are very proficient free throw shooters. Nobody below 66% on the season. Of course, looking to make it on a pair. Molly Ryan, the one to inbound. Tufts in a block formation, now will break. Russell gets the ball, quickly fouled by Ryan as she'll head to the line.
Yeah, Maggie Russell's going to head to the line. That's going to be Kaylee Ryan's 4th foul, so something to keep an eye on. Of course, only 8 seconds left. Russell's got to hit one of these. Hitting both would add a little bit more pressure to this Wesleyan team. She hits the first. If I'm Wesleyan now, there's one player that I have in mind, and if I'm the Jumbos, there's one I can't let beat me, and that player is Kaylee Ryan.
Russell's second free throw is good. 2 crucial makes by the Jumbo forward. Lead back up to 3 points. Timeout, Kate Mullen.
Yeah, and Kate Mullen's going to use that last timeout to advance the ball. Again, 9 seconds left. Going for that layup and then another quick foul. Could it work out for you? But again, 9 seconds left. Time is really not on their side at this point. They're going to look for a play, likely for Ryan on the outside, but Ryan's been the inbounds passer for Wesleyan, so Maggie Russell needs to stay really disciplined as they get the ball in and stay with her woman.
And as the seconds continue to tick down and down, you have to wonder when Wesleyan decides to go for that shot. Do you try to wait for all of the time to expire, or do you shoot with a couple of seconds left to go, maybe get the chance for an offensive board and a second attempt at glory here to try to tie the game up?
Yeah, Andrew, and interestingly, Ryan's not going to be the one that's going to put this ball in, but if I'm Wesleyan, I'm looking to get a shot up as soon as I possibly can.
Clark picking up the ball. 5 seconds to go. Clark now on a switch. We'll work around the perimeter. They get the ball into Ryan's hands. Will she get a shot up? She goes for it, rimming just out. And the entire city of Medford, Massachusetts breathes a huge sigh of relief as the Tufts Jumbos squeak by the Cardinals. Final score, 58-55, as they will move on in the NESCAC tournament semifinals next week. What a game here in Cousins Gymnasium. What a series of games we've had today in Medford, as it's just been a very, very crucial game for both of these teams, and for the Wesleyan Cardinals, a heartbreaking loss as their season potentially comes to an end. They were able to shoot well at the beginning, but at the end, it was just the grit and determination of the Jumbos that were able to get them the control that they needed to head into the semifinals, getting one step closer to that NESCAC championship, one step closer to the opportunity to host here back in Cousins in the NCAA tournament. And we'll see if they'll be able to do so. We're going to take a short break. When we return, Sam Brill will be on the floor with an interview with Maggie Russell.
I'm here now with Maggie Russell. Maggie, excellent performance here against Wesleyan. You scored 22 points against one of the best players in the NESCAC, in Kaylee Ryan. Talk to me about how that happened.
I mean, Wesleyan's a really good team. I think we were just moving the ball really well and trying to find the best shot.
Yeah, Maggie, and coming here in this home gym, this could be one of the last times you play here this season. What does that mean to you guys and this team?
I mean, we really just wanted to defend Cousins and not come out with a loss, and we're really excited to move forward in the tournament.
Yeah, and looking forward to next week in the tournament. Is the approach going to be the same?
Yeah, I mean, we have to keep playing as a team and just playing team basketball and team defense, and then I think we'll be good for the next couple games.
All right, Maggie, thank you so much, and good luck next week. Andrew, back to you.
Thank you very much, Sam. Thank you very much, Maggie. And once again, a big congratulations to the Tufts Jumbos as they finish off the NESCAC quarterfinals with a 3-point victory over Wesleyan. But with that will be the end of our coverage here on JumboCast. We'd like to thank each and every one of you for tuning in for what have been some excellent basketball games here today. We'll see what happens with the remaining schedule for the Tufts women's basketball team. May or may not be back at Cousins with a potential NCAA tournament berth, but aside from that, we'd like to thank each and every one of you for tuning in once again, and we're going to sign off for now. Have a wonderful night.
You're so hypnotic, magical. Don't wanna let you know you're so hypnotic, magical.